Welcome to the show that talks about Tulsa. People making a difference in the Tulsa community. Special guest interviews spotlighting local businesses to covering important issues within the community no one else is talking about. The hot topics and more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use with your host, Mr. Charles Harper and Miss Damali Wilson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use. We want to thank everyone for either listening on the radio, watching us on Facebook Live, or on www.KBOB899.com, or tuning into any of the News You Can Use media networks, which are powered by World One Development. We really appreciate that. I am your hostess with the mostest, Miss Damali Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper. It's Wednesday, a.k.a. Hump Day, January 14th. 2026, and we are live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media network, powered by World One Development. We are set for an exciting show, you guys. You better call your mom and them and tell them. You can dial in at 918-856-3873 or post your comments on our Facebook Live feed at World One Development.
So on today's show, it's the medical report with Dr. Andre Ferdue. We'll talk about what you should be doing to protect your health in 2026.
Yep. We'll also do our New Year's resolution check-in. How are you doing with your resolution? Don't become a statistic.
Birthdays and more.
This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media network, powered by World One Development. We'll be right back, y'all. You can use right here on KBOB 89.
This is KBOB 89.9 FM, Tulsa. And now streaming 24/7 live from the Eden Media Studio. 24/7 live at KBOB899.com.
Hey, Tulsa. Do you have something to say that everyone needs to hear? Have you ever thought about starting your own radio show podcast? If so, I have the answer. You need to be down here at KBOB 89.9 FM. You can reach us at 832-443-9499 or go to our website at KBOB899.com. You will be streamed on all the platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and even YouTube. Get your message out. We need to hear what you've got to say. Give us a call today. That's 832-443-9499. We'll be waiting.
This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media network, powered by World One Development.
And we are back. So News You Can Use is all about shedding some light on the positive happenings in our community. There are many great businesses, programs, and events occurring in our neighborhood, and we felt the community needed to hear about those things, one, so we can support, and two, so we can be informed.
What's going on, family? I'm Charles Harper, Chief Executive Officer of World One Development, which includes fitting back in EduRec Youth and Family Fun Center, 36th Street North Event Center, and NYCU.FM. My job, because the world wants to know, is to provide leadership for all aspects of World One Development with an emphasis on long-term goals, growth, profits, and a return on that investment. Y'all know what? I am so excited and I am so elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
And I'm Damali Wilson, Chief Operating Officer for World One Development. And my job is designing and implementing business operations and establishing policies that promote company culture and vision. I am also in charge of social media for all of the World One Development entities. If you would like to advertise your business or organization on this show or any of our other individual platforms, please inbox me your contact information on Facebook Messenger so we can talk. I am also happy and elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
Damali, it is Hump Day. What's up?
It absolutely is Hump Day, and it is a cold Hump Day.
Can I say another Happy New Year to you?
Oh, yeah. Happy New Year to you, too.
When is the official day that you stop saying Happy New Year?
For me, January 31st.
January 31st.
Yeah.
So come February 1st, you switch from Happy New Year to Happy Black History Month.
Hey, there you go.
And roll with that.
And roll with that.
Good. So for
actually,
all
I was
y'all
going to say, hey, what's up? But
we don't know if that's official, but we got a couple thousand people on. If you know the official time you're supposed to stop saying Happy New Year, let us know. But for us here on KBOB, after February 1st, we're going to say Happy Black History Month. You know what I'm excited about?
What's that?
MLK Day on Monday.
I
It's like been so
know.
much crazy stuff going on. It's just that I just been simmering in the MLK Day. Because if it's one time Tulsa do good together,
it's then.
MLK Day.
It's then.
You
Yeah,
know,
you are right.
What you do this weekend?
Work, and more work.
But you know, a lot of people don't. It's a strategic planning type of year.
Yeah.
This is get your taxes and your 1099s and try to get out to your investors and your supporters and all of that. And Damali, that can be an absolute drain.
Absolute drain. Like I hate when I just even see my accountant's name come across my phone. I'm like,
know.
Oh my God.
And we got so many companies and accounts that we have to deal with. People don't know we might have 5 pages.
And it's so funny because our accountant is so nice. She is the
awesome.
sweetest person ever. But as soon as I see her number, I'm like, ugh.
Say, don't do it to me. Don't do it to
Yes.
me.
Yeah, shout out to all the accountants in the world because, you know, we really don't like y'all not like that.
And you know what? I'm hoping people, it seems like most of the people I talk to now have just experienced being sick. And it has to be like yesterday. It was such a nice day on yesterday.
Man, it was gorgeous. I thought it was spring. I'm like, yes.
And today looked like that same exact day until you went outside.
You go outside
without your jacket on.
Yeah, the hawk is waiting for you.
Yeah, the frostbite is sitting right out there. So if you haven't been out yet, I know how it looks outside, but looks can be deceiving.
They're very deceiving.
You can put on a beanie. You can put on an Eskimo coat or whatever you want. Because that breeze is coming through there today, but it is a nice day and
not
people
a game.
are out and about. So the sun is out. So you at least will get you some vitamin D. You ready for the show today?
I am ready for the show. Yeah. But first thing we're gonna do, first things first, you guys know what it is. It's Black History Trivia. You know, we ain't done Black History Trivia for a couple of weeks, but we back on schedule.
Okay. Well, let's just get to
back on schedule. All right. So Black History Trivia question. Y'all ready? Oh, Uncle Brian said, "Hey guys," so you better say, "Hey."
What's
or you gonna be in
Uncle
trouble?
Brian? I'm doing all the shout outs right after we read this Black History Trivia question. So get your thinking cap on first, Uncle Brian, and I got you.
All right.
All right.
So Black History Trivia. Which Black physician became the first Black U.S. Surgeon General? Was it A, Dr. Jocelyn Elders? Was it B, Dr. Antonia Novella? Was it C, Dr. David Satcher? Or was it D, Dr. Lewis Wade Sullivan?
Oh my goodness! Now you done went all the way there.
It's a medical report.
It has to be a medical report.
Yeah.
So you done did me like that. See, my degree is criminal justice and corrections. So you got me. I gotta have on a whole kind of different hat.
Right.
You read it one more time. I see y'all all on the live. Look, Uncle Brian, if you in here, come on with your answer. Mr. Energizer's in the building.
Yes.
Your mom is on. You know
Hey,
she
mommy.
got the wisdom.
Yeah.
I always be messing up. I'm gonna go Miss Childs.
Yeah.
I did that. Welcome to the show. Thanks for tuning in, Cousin Lori.
Hey,
Is in
Cousin
the
Lori,
building,
what's
and we got
happening?
a lot of secret listeners today. Damali,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. 2026 is going to be a good year, and we
Okay.
do have a lot to say.
Yes.
Teresa just popped in and said hi.
What's up, older sister?
Y'all listen to this Black History Trivia question and answer it fast as you can for me because I'm processing. So let's do this one more time.
Okay, here we go. Black History Trivia. Which Black physician became the first Black U.S. Surgeon General? Was it A, Dr. Jocelyn Elders? Was it B, Dr. Antonia Novella? Was it C, Dr. David Satcher? Or was it D, Dr. Lewis Wade Sullivan?
Man, I sure don't want to get this wrong, but the people, what you see on the live, people
Uncle Brian said A.
Uncle Brian said A. Uncle Brian, I don't know if I'm gonna ride with you the rest of the year, but I'm gonna ride with you today, and today is gonna let me know what we gonna do. We both like the Kansas City Chiefs, so we good there.
Yeah.
But he don't deal with the Cowboys at all. But I'm going with Uncle Brian today because I don't know, but that is a very good question, and I want to know what the answer is.
Uncle Bobby said D.
Uncle Bobby said D.
Let's see, and ain't nobody else gonna answer. Oh, AJ said A.
AJ, you know what? AJ is an ace. He always got an answer. We just
So
passed
AJ
Founders
said
Day
A.
too.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna watch and see. Hey, Natasha, what's happening?
Natasha, what's going
Oh,
on?
and she said her answer is A.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
so the
feeling
A's
better.
are winning.
I want to say I was feeling better till last week. I did the same thing. and it didn't.
And did
Did
not
all
work.
that. I don't think nobody. I don't know. I don't even remember. But I just remember last week. I'm not having
Mama
deja vu.
said A.
Girl, Mama said, "Hey, I'm definitely feeling pretty good now. I'm feeling
Okay.
better and better.
Well, we gonna see. We shall see
We shall see.
what's gonna happen. What
All
the
right.
Lord gonna say.
All right.
All right. So you know that today is the medical. Oh, Teresa said A.
Teresa said, "Hey,
Dang.
everybody
Okay.
answer."
Y'all, there are other letters you can pick. I'm just
We're
saying.
gonna do that. Uncle Bobby, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna drop that medical report on them because so many people are thinking we want to give people time to get their Black History Trivia question in. So we're gonna take a quick break. We got a loaded show. Get your pen and your pad out.
Yeah, today is a pen and pad day.
You don't want to miss it right here on KBOB 89.9 FM. News you can use. Charles Damali, and we'll be right back. Let's talk about these resolutions.
How to order chicken wings. Number 1, find a good wing spot.
I know a wing spot, Max Wings.
Number 2, decide if you want a combo or if you want to order a la carte.
Huh? What's that?
Well, combos come with chicken, veggie sticks, fries, and a drink for a discounted price. A la carte means that you order each item separately.
Ah, okay.
3, decide if you want bone-in, boneless, or cauliflower wings, and then determine the delicious flavor you want on your wings.
I didn't even know cauliflower had wings.
You learn something new every day. Have you been to Max Wings?
Yep.
Max Wings is located at 782 East Pine Street in Tulsa. We're open Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Come to Max Wings, home of the dry rub fries.
Chilling on the corner in my 6'4". Hypertension and stress. I don't need no more. 1, 2, 3 into the 4. The doctor's at the door, ready to make an entrance. The doctor's in. Doctor, please help us save the world. Oh, yeah. It's time for the medical report with Dr. Andre Fredu. Right here, right now. With Charles and Damali on World One Development's News You Can Use. What's up, Doc?
I love this drop.
Damali, these are the days that I miss DJ JB Smooth.
Okay.
Isn't he a bad man on them
I
commercials,
know,
man?
right? He did that.
If anybody can do better than JB,
I don't know who
tell
they
him to
are.
please stand up. Because you give that brother what you want to do in the vision, he gonna come through in the clutch.
Every time.
Yep. And Doc might pull up now. He called me today. Envision me having on a white coat. Because he got a guy, he's the
that
president.
clearly is powder blue.
He's the president over there of those neurosurgeons, and they had certifications and all kind of stuff going on, and a couple surgeries, So I told them, don't close up nobody's head on our account.
Okay. We need to.
We secondary to that. Take care of your main job first. But he said he's gonna try to pull up, but it's the new year. We want him to kick off good over there in his new position, his new job. Congratulations to him.
Yes.
But me and Damali gonna try to do what we can do.
Yeah.
Uncle Bobby's over there with his shades on and a Kango. So it is a small chance that he may jump in here too, just so we can have another perspective. Uncle Bobby, you gonna jump in a little bit? Uncle Bobby said he'll rock with us the first segment at least.
I'll rock. My mic together.
Okay.
I'll rock with you.
Yes. All right. So today we're going to have audience participation. Okay. So, make sure that you guys are chiming in as we talk about these topics. So the number one topic we're going to talk about today is Black health.
Yes.
Okay. And so we're going to talk about 7 things that you should be doing. And we kind of customize this toward Tulsa, but really this applies to anywhere.
Right.
I just kind of pulled the Tulsa stats and kind of seen where we are in Tulsa. So we're going to kind of talk from that lens. But when I'm looking at, what the recommendations are, they can apply no matter what state you live in. Right.
Right.
So here we go. So the first thing that we should be doing is we should make heart health non-negotiable.
Right.
In Tulsa.
Right.
Let me tell you why they say that. They say that Tulsa's reality is Oklahoma consistently ranks high for heart disease, stroke, and hypertension, especially impacting Black residents.
Right.
So what they're saying is in 2026, our goal as it relates to this heart health should be number 1, check your blood pressure at least once a month.
Right.
Number 2, walk daily in a safe, familiar space. Number 3, cook at home more often to reduce sodium from fast foods. And number 4, take medications as prescribed and ask questions. Don't tough it out.
I like that, Damali. You know what? Because the one thing I can say hit everybody in 2025, it was just way too many deaths.
Oh my God, yes.
And it seemed like it was a lot of deaths that potentially, if they would have known things like this, then maybe it could have been prevented.
Right.
And the thing, all we can do, and we're gonna pass it to Uncle Bobby, because think about it, Uncle Bobby, he gonna chime in with us for a minute as well. When you think about the amount of loss we've been having, not just last year, but like the last few years, it's been heart attacks.
Yeah.
strokes, and those kind of unexpected for all of us. So what you think about?
Yeah, it has been, and a lot of that is due to our eating habits and not taking a proper medication that's needed, and prescribed to. Oh man, I ain't gonna take all of this. I'm gonna do this. And people continue on doing what they're doing, and now you got death.
Yeah,
you go into funerals and family members and friends, and we've had a lot throughout the years. I mean, I could just go and name just a whole bunch of soldiers who are no longer here with us.
Yeah.
So a lot of it's got to do with exercise, health, and what we eat.
Well, like Dr. Perdue says all the time, 80% of these, things can be prevented. So we can do preventative health ourselves and take care of us. So what they're suggesting is that Tulsa's mantra as it relates to this particular item be, I don't ignore symptoms, I investigate them.
Yeah, and let's do this.
I like that.
Let's do this to bring in the crowd participation. So we got a lot of people on the live. We appreciate y'all tuning in. So we're going to ask each of us, what do you do on the live, Damali
for heart
and
health.
Uncle? What do we do personally for good heart health?
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of conversation we're having today, because we got people from Arkansas and Texas and Florida and Louisiana and all that on. So what do you do? Because we just sharing.
One thing
what do you do on
one
the body?
thing that the doctors have told me is take a low dose aspirin.
That's good.
Every day.
Right.
So your blood can circulate.
Yes.
Low dose aspirin.
So that's one. Let's write that down. So low dose. And we've had Dr. Perdue on the show.
Yep.
Yeah, he said that.
And he said one good thing that he started doing at the age of 50 was just taking a low dose. So I had not been taking a low dose when I was passing through 50. It's been a couple of years now, but we talked about it on the show. And I'm like, Doc, does that really do anything? And he told me, he said, Charles, I'll tell you this, I'm the doctor. And I take one. He said, because I want my blood to flow freely from my head to my toe.
Right.
Being a person who's had a heart attack.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
I did have a heart attack. I'm not ashamed to say it or tell anyone. Right after that was an experience. When you feel like your chest is coming out your body.
Right. Wow. How old were you when that happened? And
that was in the year that was in 2014 when I first got here.
Man,
okay.
Wow. I got here and everybody was, Bobby, hey, when blah blah blah, and all of a sudden I was sitting down and I said, "Oh man, something ain't right." Your body will talk to you,
right?
And then I started feeling something ain't right, and I told my cousin to rush me to the hospital. He went out to St. John. And they said, Mr. Eden, you're experiencing a heart attack.
I know you was like, what?
I say, what? They say, yes. And then all these people start coming in and they were putting this and taking this nitroglycerin, put this
under your tongue.
Under your tongue. And I'm just like, what's going on? What's going on?
Wow.
So,
wow. I bet that was scary.
Oh, was it scary?
Yeah.
It was a bunch of people around me.
And the thing about it is you're 70. We'll say 70 club. So
I'm 71.
71. So this taking you back to your 60s. So you're like 63, 64, 65, somewhere in there.
Well,
so you
somewhere in there.
Still fairly young to have to experience that.
And I had clogged arteries, you know what I mean? And when you have clogged arteries, then you're subject to have a heart attack, a stroke, or something of that nature. And that's why I've learned so much from Dr. Perdue.
Right.
When he's on his show, I'm just, okay.
Yeah.
This is what I need to do.
Notes. Let's go to the live, Damali. You want to read a couple to see what live if you're saying so we're gonna get to y'all today. So that's some tips that you're doing. So low dose aspirin.
Yeah.
Low dose
straight from Greenwood
every day
from Black Wall Street.
Uncle Brian says there are more people of color in Oklahoma that have blood pressure and heart failure issues than any other diseases in this state. AJ says, with me being one of the ones who have had heart surgery, I've changed my eating habits to the point where let me see. I lost this thing. To the point where I went down from 271 pounds down to 233 pounds. He says, I drink a lot of water all the time. I do walk. I take the low dose aspirin every day, and I take all of my medications every day. Great job, AJ. Teresa says, walk, drink water, just bought low dose aspirin.
Right.
And then Uncle Brian says, and I have both. I took 81 milligram baby aspirin every day. And Natasha says, check blood pressure daily.
Do that. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good to see. This
See,
that's why I love
that's
y'all
what
being
it is.
on.
Y'all
That's
doing
what it's
good.
about.
And who else is on there? Either add something to the comment or throw in what you're going to try to implement into what you're doing. And here's the reality. I think a lot of times it's like fools go thinking we got so much longer to live
Absolutely.
if we don't take care of ourselves. Because here's my reality
Well-
today, and I'll pass it to you, Damali, is my dad passed away at 53.
Wow.
I just
And
turned
you are
53 on
53,
Christmas.
yeah.
So I'm thinking dad was way old. Dad, an old man when I was
It's
in my
not old,
30s.
you know what?
Because I was 30, like when he passed away.
Uh-huh.
But now I
Mhm.
wake up and I'm like, man, I'm that
Well,
age.
the goal is to get old.
Yeah.
You said the old
That's-
man is coming.
That old man. I told you that
Yes.
story.
Uh-huh.
But here's
Yeah.
another reality for me. You
To
know,
get
because
old.
some of this is personal,
That's the goal.
but we do it together. I looked at somehow I went across my mom obituary, and my mama died at 61
She died
from
young.
heart complications. At 61, I'm 53.
Wow.
Mhm.
And
So
I'm
that's
thinking
rolling
my
up.
mom was kicking it, and she was going to be running around like Miss Maybelle Wallace
Mhm.
in my mind.
Or maybe in her 90s.
But when you're not
Yes.
taking care of some of these, and I think you have to make the adjustments, like some of you
Early.
30 and 40-year-olds on here, you may have to make some adjustments a little bit early, you know, and you can't just wait till the last
Well,
minute.
the young people don't think about health.
Yeah.
They don't think
Or
about
because
going.
they're healthy.
Yeah, healthy, and they don't
Yeah.
go to the doctor.
Yeah.
They don't seek out nothing, and they don't think anything can happen to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when it comes to health, heart attack, stroke, and they don't think about stuff. That's for old people.
Right.
You know what I mean? But they are subject to maybe one day have a stroke or a heart attack too.
That's right.
Right. And Natasha, she
Mhm.
just said a really good one we can write down. She said, just reduce your sodium
Yeah.
intake.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's
I'm
a good
giving
one.
up. This is what I'm going to do, y'all. I'm
That's a
giving
good
up
one.
everything but the Louisiana hot sauce.
Woo! I got some of
No,
that
you
in
got
there right
some.
now.
You know, why does hot
Right.
sauce have to taste so good?
Ooh,
You know what
it
I'm talking
do.
about?
Man, I'm
But-
gonna put it on rotisserie chicken.
And you can
Oh.
tell
And-
a lot of times.
Rotisserie chicken.
And then
Yeah.
some of the seasoned people got to let us know, because sometimes I eat with seasoned people a little bit older. They be pouring powder on their food. They be doing all kind of little stuff
You're like,
before they
what
eat.
is that?
I don't even know what the stuff is. They'll take
Right.
a pill right quick.
Right.
Say, but that's my blood pressure because I'm finna take it up a little bit. I mean, you got to.
You know,
Yes.
you know
What
one
is this?
thing that a doctor told me.
Uh-huh.
He told me something about meat tenderizer.
Mm.
You know how you beat your meat
Yeah,
or whatever,
and
and then
then
you
you
put
put
the
the-
meat
yes.
tenderizer on
Right.
it. He says, don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
He says, don't eat anything with meat tenderizer. I say, why? He said, just think about it. When you eat something with meat tenderizer and it goes in your stomach, what is it doing?
Tenderizing your organs.
Tenderizing your organ.
Oh, my goodness.
I didn't think about that, but
and see, we
yeah.
don't even think like that. You know,
Nope.
he
All we
says
ever-
it's sitting in there, tenderizing your organs.
And everybody want their meat to fall off the bone.
They do.
Everybody want to say
meat
this.
tenderizer.
Okay, we got to think. Damali, to the female version of what's going on. What does women a little season? What are the things that you do when you
So-
think about heart health?
So when I think about heart health, one of the things that I have been doing is checking my blood pressure, because one of the things that Dr. Fardu says all the time is to know your numbers.
Know your numbers.
And so I check my blood pressure. I thankfully, thank the Lord, I have had great blood pressure my whole life. And so it's always been relatively low. And sometimes I'll post it and Eli will get on and say, hey, your blood pressure's too low. I need to do something to make you mad so your blood pressure can go up.
Right.
That is funny.
Yeah, but I have good blood pressure, but I also post my blood pressure
Mhm.
and my blood pressure reading, because I want other folks to start thinking about that.
Right.
And so there was a point in time when I actually stopped because I got busy, and I would run into folks and they're like, hey, you're not posting your blood pressure no more. And I'm like, I didn't know you was watching, but people are actually watching. So that's the number one thing I do is actually, I do my blood pressure. I check it. And actually I've been checking it like maybe once a week. I was checking it every other day, and then I started doing it just like once a week. But just being, knowing what my numbers are, so I know what my baseline is. And then the other thing is, when I go to the gym, then I always do cardio. So I'm on the elliptical,
that's
mostly
it right
the
there.
elliptical.
Mhm.
I hate the Stairmaster, but every now and again I'll hop on the Stairmaster. I absolutely hate
Well,
it.
that
Yeah.
Stairmaster let you know whether or not you really want to
Boy.
do the gym. Do you really want to do it? Is it really gonna?
No, I really don't want to do it. That's why I'm on the
Yeah.
elliptical.
I'll say some things that I know are tremendously good. Try to get enough sleep,
Mm.
and I know
And
sometimes
drink
it's
enough water.
drink
Mhm.
enough water. If you can
Yeah,
just
that's-
get enough sleep and drink enough water, you
Yeah.
know what I mean. And some people just hate water. I happen to love water. We on the show, we got water all over the
Mhm.
place because we drink water all the time. But I would tell people all the time, the thing that I changed in my 30s,
Mhm.
because this is what happened. There was a security guard at Hillcrest. He was 30. dropped dead of a heart attack at the hospital. I'm like, you at the heart hospital.
Mhm.
He 30. So some of these young people, he 30 years old, had a heart attack and died at the hospital.
Wow.
You know, and a lot of things that doctor said, if you can't do nothing, this right here, I'll tell you, when I was 30, they said that for 6 months, if you drink one of these every day when you first walk, now it's 20 ounces. It's a lot. But for me, I'm from Arkansas. We drink water like that. But what I do when I first wake up in the morning, before I eat anything, before I do anything, I drink a 20-ounce thing of water. And over 6 months, my blood pressure just bumped down to normal over 6 months. And the only thing I changed was when I wake up, before I eat, before I go grab anything, I just drink this first. And then I kick my day off from there. So that might just be one.
You told me that.
I told you that years ago because I was like,
drink some.
Because what do we think about medication? Let's just be honest. Let's talk about medication, y'all. Because you know, when you go to the doctor and they go, take these pills, most people say what when they black?
When I'm gonna tell you what I say, negativo.
Yeah,
I'm not taking that.
If the doctor here, he's gonna say something different.
They prescribe, and they can prescribe medicine for you to the point to where you start doing investigation. You know, like, wait a minute, I got a lot of this going on here on this medication, especially seniors.
Right.
You know, we have to heart medication.
And you could be taking a lot of medication.
Diabetes.
That's two.
You know what I mean? A high blood pressure, you know, high cholesterol, you know, and it just goes on and on.
Bag of pills.
Pills every day that you got to take. So you're taking 5 to 6 to 12 pills a day.
Lord,
per day.
And that's a lot, man.
That's a lot.
And that's a lot on your kidneys because you know your kidneys got to flush stuff.
Yeah.
So and if you're not drinking enough water, dehydrating.
And that's just the norm. Now, if you have a medical condition like cancer or something like that, and depending upon the stage of cancer, you may take more
series of pills for that.
Series of pills for, you know,
all that different stuff.
Pancreatic cancer, you know, or any type of prostate cancer. They, you know, certain amount of medication for that. So on top of
all the other things that's going on. Damali, let's go to the live because I see a couple of comments popping in. And I want to make sure we. This is.
I don't.
I'm Dr.
You don't have none. Let me go to the live. I can see.
I'm Dr. Fadu.
Dr. Eden is here.
Right.
All right. I got Kimmy. What's going on, Kimmy? And happy belated birthday to you. She said preventative maintenance is important. Don't go when something goes wrong. Go before there is a problem.
Yep.
Natasha Mitchell said more vegetables, less meat. I feel some veganish coming on. Kimmy also said, I had a heart event at work at the heart hospital. You know, and Kimmy is younger. I think she's not even in the 40 club yet.
No, she just turned 38.
She in the 30
That's
club
my oldest
still.
daughter.
So I'm just saying these things are. Uncle Brian said he take 15 pills a day.
Oh God,
you know,
that's a lot.
Khalil, welcome to the show.
What's up, Khalil?
That's my part 2 next generation. Khalil Harper's on. He said, and trust me, he looked like all he do is work out.
Right.
But he says, diet and exercise got to take care of your temple as you get older. I'm starting now. But he's been kind of trained. When you're an athlete, you're kind of accustomed to working out and stuff a little bit. So you keep something going on. So I think we're getting some good tips today. We appreciate y'all.
All right. So number 2, let's hit the number 2.
Number 2.
It says address diabetes and food access head on. It said Tulsa's reality is food deserts and limited grocery access affects many Black neighborhoods.
Right.
So in 2026, our Tulsa goal should be number 1, plan meals before grocery trips to reduce impulse fast food.
Right.
Number 2, use farmers markets, mobile markets, and community food programs when available. Number 3, reduce sugary drinks like sweet teas, soda, and energy drinks. We're going to talk about that in a minute.
Red Bull,
and then
Monster.
Yes, get your A1C and glucose checked annually, even if you feel fine. Okay.
Yeah, that's tough. I think we live in a time now. I see everybody with energy drinks. I see everybody with
everybody got them. Everybody
and maybe because we're at the event center and people are performing and people on the road, people comics and you're traveling, but it's so many people seem like untimely are just passing away, and they got 10 energy drink cans in the back seat.
Yeah, Charles, you told me about a energy 5 hour or something.
5 hour, yeah.
Something I hadn't heard of it, but and those
a
things,
lot of truck drivers. Now the ticket is. Does it seem like when they say it's no sugar, everything is great? As soon as you start taking it, you see it on the TV. If you have been taking it, you might want to call me. Oh man, are they just said it's no sugar, it's no caffeine, it's all natural. Now I done had my swing for a month, and now they said if your foot is numb, give us a call at 1-800. Get your foot back. What's going on? But how do we feel about energy drinks?
I don't take them. I don't drink energy drinks at all. They make me nervous. And when I see people guzzling them down, like I know some folks that drink them just to be drinking them. I'm like, what are you doing?
It's an addiction.
Yeah.
It's an addiction. If y'all on the live, do y'all do the energy drinks? Now, Energizer, your name is Energizer.
Uncle Brian says NOS is the worst energy drink.
What?
It's NOS.
I've seen that too.
I've seen it. I don't know what it is. Yeah. Kimmy said, Khalil Harper, hey, Capricorn twin.
Hello, Capricorn. Right. Yeah. And for here it is for me. Mm-hmm. When I'm not like an energy drinker every day, but if I'm traveling,
you might get one.
And I get sleepy, and I'll say what I'll get. I'll get a Monster lemonade. Mm-hmm. And here's my rationale. It does. But if I'm traveling to Arkansas and I'm like, man, I am about to nod. At that point, it's not only that. I'm going to get some Lay's chips. Mm-hmm. I'm going to get some M&M's.
It's a snack break.
It's a snack break. But by the time I eat the peanut M&M's and get me some Lay's chips I get me that, and I can take it on to the house. And my balance in it is that it's definitely in moderation. Because I don't have no monster drinks in my refrigerator. Mm-hmm. But, in my mind, I'm thinking, well, I got to get home safe. Because it's not something I do all the time.
Yeah, mine is at Red Bull.
You like do Red Bull, Uncle Bobby?
Yeah, I do Red Bull. I'm telling y'all the truth. You know what I mean?
Shame the devil, tell the truth.
I'm telling the truth. It's the Red Bull addiction.
The Red Bull addiction.
Yeah, it is. And I think I do it for the taste.
Yeah.
So it tastes good. I've never had a Red Bull.
I never had a Red Bull.
But it really don't have me just pumped up and moving and
so it don't give you wings.
Geeking and
you might have
wings.
Maybe you're used to it.
I think I am.
You might be done drank so much. It's like, Bobby,
I didn't drink that Red Bull.
Let me ask you this then.
What I got some Red Bull in there right now.
Let me ask you what stuff, because we know you are an artist. You got a radio station, you in the community, but what introduced you or who introduced you to Red Bull? What made you start drinking them?
Well, I know I'm not supposed to be drinking Red Bull.
Okay.
Where Dr. Furdy, where he at?
But I said, hey, I'm going to try this.
So you just tried it randomly?
I just randomly went into Quick Trip and I grabbed the Red Bull and I said,
on a random just a regular day.
And I said,
I'm just going to get one.
And I said, I'm just going to get one. I tasted it. I was like, this ain't so bad. So I went over to Oasis and bought a little 4-pack.
Oh my God!
Over to AJ's and bought a little.
So AJ's an accomplice.
And next thing you know, I just started coming in there getting energy, those 4-packs.
Oh God!
But when do you drink them? Is it just like I just grab one?
I drink them anytime.
It don't even matter. So it's not because I got to perform, I got to travel.
I drink a Red Bull before I go to bed.
Oh, and then go to sleep. You know what? Uncle Bobby's feet probably be running.
Right.
He sleep. His feet pelling.
Right.
Like he's
and I know I'm not supposed to be drinking it.
Right.
If you have energy drinks or if you do try them, if you're on the live, let us know your experience with energy drinks, what you feel, what you think about energy drinks.
Hey, so Mario Choi says, Brother Chuck and Sister D. Like, what's happening?
What's going on, Dr. Mario Choi?
Kimmy said, she said, I had a boss that was the head of nursing and his heart essentially exploded from multiple energy drinks daily. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's sad. Teresa said, just say no to energy drinks, Uncle Bobby.
Yeah.
Natasha said no, and she did thumbs down, no on energy drinks. Who else had something to say? Natasha's laughing. She laughing at you talking about Uncle Bobby feet, probably.
I know his feet is running.
And Adrian said, hey family, good day from Bo Peep.
What's going on? Welcome to the show. That's all the way down in Arkansas. Hey, Bo Pete, everybody need a brother. You might not be your frat brother, but he'll be your brother because he's good people. But when it's time to get it on, I always call Bo Pete. He's the regulator.
Here we go.
But this is a good conversation because it is the new year. And the thing about it is, like we said, we lost so many people in 25, 24 and 23. Mm-hmm. So while we still here, and while we can make some different decisions, that we're just having a conversation like being at grandma's house about how we can find a way to stay here longer for our families. Because to me, it's worth it to spend more time with your kids and grandkids.
Absolutely.
It is.
If you can, extend their life just a little bit. So Damali, what we got?
Okay, so number 3, it says prioritize mental health after trauma. So Tulsa's reality,
Woo.
generational trauma, economic stress, gun violence, and racial inequities increase untreated anxiety and depression. So it says for 2026, Tulsa's goals should be to normalize therapy, pastoral counseling, or peer support. Number 2 is to take breaks from constant local and national news. Number 3, build quiet into your day, prayer or journaling or walking. And then the 4th thing they say is teach children emotional language, not just toughness.
Oh man, that's deep right there, Uncle Bobby. I gotta let you swing
real.
at that first.
Yes.
Mental health, therapy, counseling. What's your thought about that? Especially being Black Wall Street.
I think we all need it. I think it's a much needed thing. See, back in the day, in the 60s and 70s, mental health, that boy crazy, you know.
Man, made it tough.
They didn't talk, you know, and when you brought up, hey, therapy and stuff like that,
right,
that meant you were crazy.
Right.
You know, that meant, so today we need therapy.
Right.
In more ways than one. And I'm not ashamed to say that. You know, you need some counseling, you need some therapy, you need to work on your mental health as well as your physical health.
Right. Right. That's real talking. What I'll do, and I didn't learn this until probably last month, because you know I'll be watching
probably last month.
I'll be watching Animal Kingdom, all kind of, but this is still true though. They said like when a lion is like chasing the antelope, imagine the stress that antelope has when a lion is like, today you are my snack. Welcome to my mouth, you little chicken antelope McNugget. And imagine the trauma, right? But they said if the antelope gets away, it viciously shakes right when it shakes off. It's shaking off trauma. It don't just keep running. I didn't think about that. If you ever watch animals, if they get away, they stop and they shake violently, and they shaking off the trauma from almost losing their life. And then they go on. And
they know big boy.
So my question, Damali and Uncle Bobby, when do we get to shake off our trauma?
And that's just it. I think and for the African American community, there is no shaking off the trauma. Right. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard.
I mean, because it's continual.
Like
you know, so we already have the generational trauma that we're already dealing with, and then you have the continual day-to-day trauma that you're dealing with. So to me, I don't see that there is an opportunity for you to shake it off unless you go to seek some sort of therapy, because what ends up happening is that just eats away at you on the inside.
It will.
Yeah.
No matter what phase you are in life.
Right.
If you're on the high end or the low end, or you can be a millionaire and have money and the homes and stuff and be so stressed out.
Yeah.
Stressed out,
you know, just like you got everything in the world. You got the cars, you got the home, you got everything, all the bills paid, and a fat bank account. And still be mentally stressed out and need a therapist.
Let's add this, because we've lived a little bit. All of us have lived a little bit. Let's say 3 events that if these things happen, maybe even if it's personal, well, we can say if this event happened in your life, you might at least want to go get counseling for a little bit, just events. And I'll go first, just to name one. I think if you lose your mom or your kid, I think right there you should go get some counseling.
Automatic.
I don't even think you have to go past go. If you lose a parent, we'll say mom or dad, because they be like, what about the dad? So y'all be forgetting our Father's Day. So if you lose a mom or dad or a child unexpectedly, I know they're going to give you a few days off from work.
You need counseling.
I think for me, I'm saying those are reasons to go get counseling. Right. And so that was 3 I just kind of came up with. What do you think maybe events that could happen that you could say, man, if this happens, you probably may want to just go make sure you're good?
So I would say if you lose, like some people lose finances, which becomes a trickle down effect. Yeah. So then now, you know, I've lost my job. Now I'm losing my house. Now, you know, so if you've suffered that type of loss, then you need to talk to somebody about that so that you can just figure out how to pick up the pieces, because sometimes it's not as bad as you think it is.
Right.
Sometimes there are programs out there that are available that can help you keep your home, you know, that can help you get over the hump. We can put these payments on the back end and do this or that, you know, but if you don't talk to somebody or ask somebody, then now you just think all is lost and it's over with.
I went through that. I'm agreeing with Damali. I went through that. I had a big old house out in Hollywood in the San Fernando Valley in Van Nuys. Big old 4-bedroom house with a swimming pool, and I had a car.
Man.
And I lost it. It went to foreclosure.
Wow.
And I lost it all. And I was so stressed.
Yeah, see, that's counseling.
I was you know, and I didn't have no counseling.
Didn't even think about it.
I wasn't thinking about counseling at all. And I had to move into an apartment. You're a 2-bedroom apartment.
Wow.
Right.
And the people who were enjoying my home at the time, you know, because I was having the parties,
Right.
wouldn't even come and help me move.
Oh, wow.
You know, they turned their backs on me. So I was like in a place to where that depression was so heavy.
Right.
You know, and I needed counseling, and it took me a while to bounce back.
Right.
You know, because I say I'm cutting everybody off.
Yeah.
Right.
And I got into my little 2-bedroom, and you know, it was nice, a little 2-bedroom, but
when you had the big house,
when I had the
coming
big
down
house,
to the
it was like an embarrassment.
Yeah.
And all that, you know, man.
Because I'd have been like, did you have a swimming pool?
Yeah, I had a
I'd
pool.
have been like, I got to take one more swim. You know what I'm talking about?
I had a nice.
I mean, because
it was nice.
Like, this is my life.
Yeah,
you earned it.
Yeah, it was nice and stuff, but
Yeah.
I lost it all.
Right.
You know, and the depression set in big time.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and
the biggest thing was probably that your friends would help you.
Well, the people you thought were your friends.
Yeah, you know how things can come and go sometimes.
Right.
But you know, friends sit down with you.
And another thing, it
better.
happened at the time. You know, I was playing with Natalie Cole.
So you had
and Natalie, they said, well, she's not going on tour, so you guys got to figure out what you want to do.
Man.
All together.
All at one time.
All at one time. She went into rehab, and I was saying, oh man, I don't have any work that's getting ready to take place. And I was depressed.
Right.
I was just mentally depressed, you know, because I was dependent upon that next tour to recover money so I could possibly keep the house.
Make yourself good.
But
that's good, Uncle Bobby. Let's go. We're going to go to the live, and after the live, let's give some advice to some young people, because it could be some events they got going on. Because we done been kids before. So we can go back to high school, college, and say, if these things happen, young people, get you some counseling, because maybe I should have. But we'll go to the live first. What y'all got?
So Teresa said, I need them all. I'm not sure what comment she was referring to. Uncle Brian says, when I worked at Coca-Cola, they had both pop and energy drinks on tap. And all you had to do all you had to do was bring your own cup, and you can drink it all day for free.
As much as you want, huh?
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Who did that?
Yeah, Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Shame on them.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see. Mario said, "What's up, brother Bobby?"
Hey, tell Mario. What, Mario? What's up?
Part of the light skin coalition.
Okay, right. Bo Pete said, "I stopped being ashamed of my mental health when it started affecting the way I was looked upon." He said, "I'm aggressive when it's not wanted, and I'm getting better now."
Good job, Bo Pete. That's
and then Uncle
talk.
Brian said, I truly believe in counseling, and more of us should be taking advantage of it. And I'll give you another thing that and this is for the ladies.
To the young people?
This is for the ladies.
Okay.
So for me, I got married at a young age. I got married at 18, right out of high school, and thought I was doing all the things right. I'm, being the wife, being the mom, going to work, going to school, trying to do all of those things. But then my husband cheated on me. And at that point, I probably should have got counseling right then.
Yeah, so you are going back to the young people. So this
is
so
I guess it's for both, for women and young folks.
Okay.
But I didn't, and I just stayed in a relationship because
Were you depressed?
I don't know that I was really depressed. I think I was just more concerned. Like in my mind, I kept thinking, man, I just had a new baby. I don't know if I can take care of this baby by myself. Should I leave? But if I leave, then everybody gonna know. And, so I like all of this stuff, and you're young, so you don't have enough tools in your toolbox to know how to deal with that. So I just stayed in the relationship. Had another baby, but then there was other affairs, and so just kind of one of those things where when those things happen, you just need to figure out what it is that you need to do to make things okay for you. And if that means talking to someone, then that's what you need to do. Don't think it's an embarrassment, because other people, you can't control other people's behavior. And if you know that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, then it doesn't hurt for you to go and talk to somebody, because maybe there were things that I was doing, like maybe I was being neglectful Still it doesn't give you a pass to go cheat. Right. But you know what I'm saying? Because I was trying to do all the things. So that's a lot. 18, 19 years old. Well, I guess I was 19 and 20 when I had my two older daughters. Mm-hmm. And so, but I'm working full time, going to school full time, and I'm trying to take care of
your
two
plate
kids.
was full. Huh?
That's a whole lot. But like you said, when Bobby asked, were you depressed? Your answer was, I don't even know.
I don't know.
So
I was just trying to get through.
About therapy is kind of like, hopefully they can help you. And I think another thing too, Uncle Bobby, is I think when you're young and still in school and college, I think the notion that your mom or dad is your therapist at the time. Yeah, I think a lot of times or your siblings or your coach.
Yeah, that's
true.
But
sometimes you got to go outside of all of that and have a licensed professional.
Right.
It's
because
true.
your mom and dad may not be the professional. They just look.
They may need some therapy.
They may need some therapy while they're trying to give you something. So you got to maybe get something outside of that. To me, I think therapy can help you reset yourself.
It can.
Yeah.
To get back on a good foot. So for me, I would say if you're a young lady or a male in high school or college and experience you lose a baby.
Oh yeah.
Could that happen sometime? Young girl in school, a young relationship, and trying to figure out what's what. A miscarriage, I think, is a huge deal.
It's serious.
Or
business.
a junior or senior.
Well, and I think even if you had an abortion,
that too.
Same thing.
You need
equally.
Yeah,
it's equal.
That's a mental.
I thought you had to have counseling before getting an abortion. Don't you have?
I have no idea. Never had an abortion.
That might not have been back then, but maybe now. It seemed like if you're going in for an abortion, that you're supposed to have some kind of talk to somebody first, like a counselor, because
I don't know,
because you can't go back,
right?
If you're gonna go through,
once it's done,
you can't be like that next week. Oh, I shouldn't have done it. But when you're 18, 19, 20, 21, you might be thinking with your emotions, and if you the guy, that girl is pregnant, you're like, my mom and daddy can't know. Can we get rid of it? Because you're not really connecting. Man, this is a life.
Yeah.
So if you considering an abortion or you lose a child, to me, that's a time, if you're young, get some counseling. Talk to somebody because, I'm just tired of these young people committing suicide.
Right.
Because can't nobody get to them in time. But maybe it's for some of these simple things because you feel like you're going to be judged. You feel like you'll be judged if you go to church. Feel like you may judge if you talk to mom, dad, friends. So you got to have somewhere. A counselor not going to judge you.
Yeah.
Because that's what their job is.
That's their job.
Is it when you think, Uncle Bobby, if somebody young and in school, because you deal with the juice, you in the high schools, but is it events you think young kids could go through where they might want to seek counseling?
I do. The world has changed. It's 2026 now.
Yeah.
And so social media is raising our youth.
Yeah.
They are raising the youth, so they're learning from that rather than their own parents. And so you have to kind of dig in in their heads and figure out what they're doing, and what's controlling them, so you can have a conversation. Because first of all, they're not going to answer their phones when you call them.
Y'all be on text.
Yeah, they ain't gonna answer
you
no
call,
phone.
they're gonna text you back what you want.
You going straight to voicemail,
right.
Or this voicemail haven't been set up, on their phones. You're not gonna talk to them, so you're gonna have to text,
right?
And it's a texting thing. And then if they answer your text, it may not be immediately.
Right.
It might be a day later.
It may be a day later or two like that, before. So communication is hard with young people.
Right.
It's hard. They sit next to each other and text.
Right.
They do a lot of things in the world today that is just, for a person like me, who's 71 years old, who's seen a lot, it's like, how do I reach this person about health, mental health, and mental and physical health?
Right.
How do you talk to them about that?
But I think the best thing that we can do is be examples,
right.
And because we tend to mimic what we see.
Right.
And I'll just use myself as an example. My mother, when we were born, and my mom tells me, I talk about this all the time, but my mother was in the Nation of Islam. Y'all all know that. And because my mother didn't eat pork,
Right.
You know, and because we were raised, you know, so there are certain products even to this day that I don't use because when we were coming up, that was one of the products that had pork in it, you know, or had lard in it. And so we weren't allowed to use that.
I knew my cologne was smelling like bacon.
Don't do that.
No, I didn't know. Nobody told me. Now I'm like, you know, you go to put your cologne on. She like, hey, you smell a little bit like a bacon sandwich tonight, Charles. I'd be like, man, you should have told me they put pork in some of these colognes.
Yes.
You know.
But I think that so by example, you know, because my mama didn't use it, you know, then I don't use it. You know, my mother didn't drink or smoke when we were coming up as kids, so I don't drink or smoke. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that every kid, but I just think that people kind of your children pick up what they see in their environment. You know, and so I think if we are having, you know, and being great examples or good examples, then it'll pass down to them and trickle down to them.
Let's do one. Can we do one quick thing before we take a break? Because it's been a long segment. We come back. We're going to talk about the New Year's resolutions. Have you fell off yet? So when we come back, have you fell off? Bam. Have you fell off already? We got a couple more that we'll just say. And if we want to go ahead and say them too, and we'll take a break. Go ahead and say them too.
Okay. So number 4 was push for preventative care and self-advocacy.
We kind of talked about that a little bit.
Which is like scheduling your annual physicals, bringing a trusted person to your appointments and that type of thing. Then honor soul food with healthier preparation. So, you know, in our culture, we eat soul food, but there's got to be a healthier way that we prepare it. Either bake it, grill it, air fry it. You know, use smoked turkey instead of pork in your greens. You know, add vegetables and beans to every meal. Add water, you know, drink water. That's number 5. And then number 6 was treat rest as survival and strategy.
I like that.
It said Tulsa's reality is many Black Tulsans work multiple roles: jobs, caregiving, ministry, community, and leadership. Right. So in 2026, what we should be doing as a community is we should protect our sleep like an appointment. Stop glorifying exhaustion, take mental health days when possible, and build joy into the week, not just responsibilities.
I like that. 'Cause you know, some people, you talk to them like, man, I'm tired. They're like, man, I'll sleep when I die. No, I want to sleep right now. I got to grind in the booth, baby. Right. You want to get that record deal, baby. And I'm like, man, you can't be listening to all this foolishness. These people don't know you, don't love you. Do what you got to do to take care of yourself. We're going to take a break and we're going to talk about, have you been keeping up with your New Year resolutions? Because people fall off a lot sooner than you think. Yeah. KBOB 89.9 FM News. You can use Charles and Damali. We'll be right back, y'all.
KBOB 89.9 FM Tulsa. And now streaming 24/7 live from the Eden Media Studio. 24/7 live at KBOB899.com.
EduRec is the place where education and recreation meets. At EduRec, we have a host of programs such as spring break camp, summer camp, and after school. We also have Black History Saturdays. It's located at 5424 North Madison Avenue. To donate, sponsor, or volunteer for any of our programs at EduRec, go to edurectulsa.com. Call EduRec today at 918-430-3947. And you can also visit us on any of our social media platforms at EduRec Tulsa. EduRec Tulsa, where education and recreation meet.
Are you or someone you know just as involved? Are you or someone you know in need of support services? Don't worry, Fitting Back In got you covered. We offer life skill workshops, career development, job search, substance abuse counseling, and more. We are located at 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74115. Give us a call at 918-592-3500. Follow us at Fitting Back In Tulsa. Also, visit us on our website for services at www.fittingbackininc.org. Our services are available only in Tulsa County. Yo, KBOB 89.9 FM News. You can use Charles and Damali. We are back, and we're going to talk about these New Year's resolution. Get your pen and your pad or your iPad out. Okay. Because how you been doing good? You can't fall off like that.
Yes.
We want to encourage somebody today.
Yeah. So in 2026, I went and researched what are the most common New Year's resolutions for 2026.
What is yours? What is one of your New Year resolutions?
One of my New Year's resolutions is always to be health conscious.
Health conscious.
You know, a lot of people say, "I'm gonna lose some weight.
Lose weight. That's
I'm gonna go in the gym.
Yeah,
right.
You know, and lose weight. That's like probably the number one. You know,
yeah,
I'm gonna lose weight. Go to the gym.
My top one. I want to get to church on time. Lord,
Okay.
Lord, look out for me. Lord, you know my heart. I still got to church at 11:15. I've been saying 10:30 for about 10 years. But that and one for sure that I'm already doing better is calling family, not texting family. If it's your birthday, I'm gonna call you and say I've been thinking about how you doing. Happy birthday and some of those things. So my thing is more family connection by calling instead of just texting.
That's a good one.
Good. Yeah.
But what the people say?
Okay, so New Year's resolutions for 2026 and what people are really focusing on. Number one is mental health, which we've talked about that, reducing stress.
So
and
get
burnout.
your mental health better. That's number one.
Right.
Okay.
Number two is financial stability.
Man, get your money right.
Not just getting rich, but just paying down debt, building an emergency savings fund, budgeting, that type of thing.
So you and Uncle Bobby let me borrow 100.
Okay.
If y'all give me 100 each, that's a light bill and that's a gas bill.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hold it together at least for the first quarter.
Right.
Y'all gonna
Yes, exactly.
But getting your money right, man, is always when they cut snap for a minute. Then prices went up, groceries went up, gas.
Yeah,
a lot was going on last year.
Sometimes we spend money foolishly, just on stuff we don't even need.
Right.
We don't save it.
Yeah.
But I can say last year seemed like it was a lot of cuts in jobs.
It was.
The
government shut down.
Did y'all insurance go up?
Oh, mine went up, and I had to find a whole new insurance company.
They told me
for one.
Look, they told me. I said, "What's my quote?" They told me quote. I just hung up. I haven't even called back yet. When they told me my quote, I just hung the phone up.
My insurance went from I was paying $225 a month for insurance. Medical insurance to $1,130.
Oh my God!
I was like, the devil is a lie.
For health insurance?
No, they went on the phone. They sent me a letter.
Health insurance.
That was health insurance.
Who are you with? You with the
that's what I know. I'm like, what?
They sent Damali a letter with a therapist number on there. So they
I needed
her insurance is going from 200 to 1,000. So there's 3 counselors and some therapists you got. Yeah. That is ridiculous.
And I saw Eli. The same thing happened to Eli. Eli did a Facebook post, and I was like, oh no.
We're not gonna get into the politics of it because that's not what we're covering today. But that's part of trying to keep your money right, Uncle Bobby. Because if your insurance go up that much, that's a budget buster.
Well, that would kill me. That would kill me. That's
exactly.
Right
I can pay my mortgage for that. That's like where I live.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm like, y'all tripping. All right, number 3, health, energy, and longevity. So moving more, managing your blood pressure, eating for energy, not extreme dieting.
So that's the top 3.
That's the top 3.
Okay.
Yes. And
can I go to the live?
Sure. Yeah.
I see all y'all on the live. What are some of y'all New Year resolutions? Number 1.
Did you make them number 1?
Did you make them first?
Yeah.
And if you didn't have a resolution, maybe you had write your vision, make it plain on tap.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Either one of them is kind of the same thing.
Right.
But let us know if you did. And if you did make goals or whatever you want to do, have you stuck to them.
Okay, so let me read a couple of comments. Uncle Brian says, and healthy food is far more expensive than processed food, and it should be the other way around. You are absolutely right. And that's why we've been talking about doing community gardens and gardening for ourselves. Because if we were growing this stuff at home, then we could share it with our neighbors. That's what they used to do back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah, it just shares.
And in meals, and when you eat healthy stuff, you stay hungry the whole time.
I remember Grandma had.
Is it meal? It seems like if you go to churches and get a big piece of chicken, I don't know what they feed the chicken and a biscuit and all that. You full
inflated chicken,
right? If you go get something healthy, say give me a veggie egg roll and
you can still function.
Apple and
still function.
And
you can function like 5 minutes you still hungry. Be like, can I have some of yours when you're done? It's just like unhealthy food. If you go get a triple cheeseburger, and juice run down your hand, you're gonna start blinking slow. You
sleepy immediately.
You gonna nod out.
What they put in the food?
I have no idea.
And they make you sleepy the rest of the day.
Yeah, the rest of the day.
What y'all put in them burgers?
So Teresa said that social media should come with a warning label saying some of these folks are lying. Don't fall for this foolishness.
Man, I know.
Tell her yes, she is so right.
She's right.
Uncle Brian said, but don't bring anything in this world if you can't take care of it. And most people,
that's
Uncle Brian,
right
you're
there.
preaching right there.
That's
Look, we just had to stop.
What church did he start?
Right?
Where he at?
Don't get Uncle Brian started.
Right. And most people who are pro-life are really pro-birth. They don't want you to have an abortion, but after the baby is born, there's nobody there to help the person take care of that baby.
Can I add something to the baby thing? I want to see what y'all think about it.
Okay, baby.
To me, it's different. Like growing up in the country around your grandma and great grandma and aunties and all of that. I think what happens, you don't really need a babysitter. You can just drop the kids off,
Right?
Because you're around your family.
You're right.
When you go to college and move to another city, you're feeling good and looking good. But when it's time to go pay for daycare, baby, daycare is ridiculous.
That's another mortgage too.
It's another mortgage.
It is
another
mortgage.
In this state now, you're around and you don't have family around.
You paying $2,000,
you can't go drop off.
$1,500.
See, look, we didn't even
$1,000.
I don't even know if we was technically babysitters, but your auntie would just drop her kids off with you. You just play with the kids.
Oh
for the day.
yeah.
That's really daycare. Like, well, he want to play with little John. He been missing little John all weekend.
Right.
No, he not. You just trying to get some free
daycare. Free daycare.
But boy, if you got to pay for it, it's different.
It's different.
It's different today.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
I remember my grandmother and grandfather. They were like the babysitters. And it was, my mother got 11 girls who had children. And everybody, they would go and drop us off at grandma and grandpa's house.
You know what I think about? You know what I think?
Yeah.
I
we
think,
would play with our little cousins and stuff.
Now, don't y'all daycare people come up here and get me, but I do think daycare is kind of like a money grab a little bit.
It is.
The baby ain't going to do nothing but poop and eat. I mean, it's going to sleep like 10 hours. So if you drop the baby
Well,
off,
if
they're
you're
going to
talking
sleep.
about
You're talking about an infant.
Now,
a brand new baby.
For
Them
2-year-olds,
them toddlers.
you owe them $2,000 a day for a 2-year-old because them 2-year-olds get active. So I can understand whatever you charge
They
for
say
a
them
2-year-old.
terrible tools.
Pay them.
Them terrible tools. Woo.
Yeah, you be down, sit down somewhere. Well, I just got my transportation, my legs just, and I start taking me places. I want to move around with them. They're all in
I'm
the electrical
climbing
outlets
up
and
on
climb.
it.
So for 2-year-olds, okay, I get it, y'all. So y'all still charge the same as babies because y'all know the 2-year-olds are coming. So
Well, but another thing is this, to your point, Uncle Bobby. So we would go to our grandparents' house. So my first cousins, we were all like brothers and sisters,
right?
Because we grew up together. We all at grandma's house together. We
grandma's house, running around.
But
and stuff.
just think about grandmas today, how old they are.
Oh, you got grandmas in their 40s.
30s. You got some in their 30s.
No, don't y'all start. We ain't got no 30-year-old grandma now.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, we do.
I think you can't qualify.
You shouldn't qualify. And so now you still trying to live your life. So you ain't got time to be
them grandmas that had their stockings rolled up like halfway up their calf muscle with the shoes that roll over to the side.
Yeah, they're right.
Let me not say that, grandmas.
You better stop it.
I remember that. Oh, that's funny, Charles.
If you don't have, you can 30. Man, I don't know about y'all. 30. I was still trying to figure out everything in life.
Right. Man, you got grandmas at 30.
And so that's my point.
And 35 and 38.
That's parenting.
So gone are the grandmas that's at home making hot water cornbread and inviting all grandkids and tea biscuits and all that.
I want some of that now.
That part.
Ooh, boy. They don't do that. Nobody cooks that no more.
They, still trying to drop it like
now. You go. What y'all saying is when you go to see grandma, like cotton candy, sweet and gold. Grandma do not Tootsie Roll,
right?
But anyway, if you 30, you still living you still living your life.
And that's the point. That's the point.
And that's an issue.
Shout out to all the grandmas that's 30.
Yeah.
Grandma's 30.
You know what?
While 30 club.
While I'm sitting there thinking, I became a pawpaw at 37,
right?
38.
You was a grandpa.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
In the gym, lifting 400 pounds.
Yeah.
I'm grandma. They're like, you a new age grandpa.
Yeah.
Grandpa.
But yeah. And
you was 37 and had a grandbaby, huh?
Pawpaw.
Yeah. See there?
Yeah.
I was 37.
This is the thing that it let me know when I became grandpa. I knew then I wasn't having no more kids.
That part.
What I wasn't going to do
that part
is let the kid be saying, that's my uncle. And then the uncle is the baby. And the kid 10. So that's my uncle with the diaper.
It's over.
But I knew when my kids started having kids, I knew I was done.
It's over with.
So for y'all out there, when your kid have a kid, is that a requirement? I'm just making that up.
Hey,
but when somebody have to say, go get your uncle, and you go get your own uncle, and you 10 and your uncle 1, go get your uncle Go get your uncle and take your uncle, then change your uncle diaper.
Right. That's a violation.
Okay, I'm leaving that alone. Don't y'all fuss.
Okay, so now this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about New Year's resolution statistics.
Okay.
Okay. So we talked about some of the top New Year's resolutions.
Right.
Okay. So top New Year's resolutions, what they're saying is many people make about 40 to 45% of adults make at least one New Year's resolution.
Okay, that's
40 to 45%. Younger adults 18 to 34 are more likely to set resolutions than older adults. Right.
Okay.
And about 1 out of 3 people say they want to change something, but don't formally make a resolution. So I'm kind of in that club. I
don't want to make no commitment.
I'm just like, I'm gonna do some stuff, but I ain't.
They
no
hold me to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Write it down. Okay.
So the most common resolutions are number 1, health and fitness. About 60% of the people say that. Number 2, financial saving money and financial goals. About 50% of the people do that.
Can I say this to the help? Mm-hmm. And what? That's true. Mm-hmm. You go to the gym January 1st and the entire population is in the gym.
Park your car.
People tongue hanging out. They done bought an outfit for Christmas. They got the headphone. And I'm like, in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Not that 2 days.
We gonna
Trey, we gonna keep going.
Trey works at a health gym.
Right.
And he say, boy, right now he making health drinks like crazy.
But kudos. But you know what? Kudos to them for making it in. So don't let me hate on you, but make it another additional 2 weeks. But typically,
Leon Fowler said changing your uncle's diapers is wild.
If you 30, you like go grab. My bad.
That's crazy.
Okay, so number 3, mental health and stress reduction, about 35 to 40%. You take that as a resolution.
Right.
Number 4, weight loss, 30 to 35%. I thought it would be higher, but it's not. And then number 5, career education goals, 20 to 25% of the people. And then number 6 is spending more time with family, which is what you said. About 20% of the people say that. Health and money consistently rank number 1 and number 2 every year.
Man.
Now, check this out. This is a success rate.
Okay, now y'all get y'all stuff out now to see how you've been doing with your own New Year's resolution, because we going to the stats.
What the stats say is that only 8 to 9% of people fully achieve their resolutions.
Oh, man.
Only 8 to 9%.
That is low.
So about 90% of us fall off. We don't know where we at.
Man, that's like take the road less traveled by. You on the road less traveled by. You know how the crowd going this way?
Right.
Those the crowd to nowhere. And you got 2 or 3 people. So follow the 2 or 3 people.
Right.
8 to 9% Damali.
8 to 9% of people fully achieve their resolution.
Go to something else to make us feel better.
Well, I don't know if you're gonna feel better.
Well, let us know.
So the next stat, about 23% of people who make resolutions quit by the end of January.
Come on, hold on now.
So y'all got 2 more weeks and it's gonna be over. That's the part.
What's the percent? 23%?
23% quit. 23%. That's a lot. Quit.
Yeah, say
by the end of January. So about a quarter.
You got 11. No, you got 11 more months to go. But by the time MLK Junior Parade is over, you're done. Before Valentine's Day, any that.
Right.
I ain't losing no more weight. I don't care about my finances. Whatever you said, I'm done.
That's what I'm saying.
That's tough. That's too high.
Yeah.
We're going to do better this year. That's why we're talking about it.
That's why we're talking about it.
We creating a pack.
Right.
We're going to do better.
We're going to do better.
Not just in Tulsa, all around the country.
You really going to be disturbed by this stat.
Don't do it. Come on. Y'all write this stuff down too so we can do better.
So 43% quit by February.
By Valentine's Day.
I believe it.
You believe that, Uncle Bobby? 43. That's almost half of America.
Because everybody,
in 45 days,
they don't do. Most people don't hold.
And that's the shortest month of the year. You tapping out in the short month. You at least can get. That's the shortest month of the year, Damali. And
it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
So what we really talking about is self-discipline.
Absolutely. Consistency.
You said my word.
Yes.
Consistency. That's what we really talking about. But we looking at the reality, y'all. We looking at the reality. And that may be why when you look at America, when it comes to obesity and a lot of that stuff, that's why we rank so high in the world, because half of us falling off quick and then welcoming up. Man, they don't go work out today. I got some chicken. Because people, when people fall off, they try to get you to fall off.
Right.
Right.
So,
Okay, so this is the last stat.
What is
last stat, it says 60% of those making resolutions quit within 6 months.
60%.
So that means only 40%. So we're you chopping it down. So 23% is gone by the end of January. Then you got 43% in February. They out. And then you got the others out of that group. 60% of those are going to be gone by within 6 months.
Why do most of them fail? What does it read?
It says most people don't fail because of motivation. They fail because goals are too broad or they lack accountability.
Man, I agree. I'll say
wow.
This. Yeah, my accountability was my daughter, and I said this last week, and because of her accountability, like this Sunday we went to work out, she just fell into the gym and slid right by the door. She was like, "Dad, I wasn't gonna come today."
Right.
But I like, but you done told me you come. She said, "That's the only week." We did 5 sets and left. But because she has a accountability partner, and then last Sunday I came in I still had collard greens and yams in my mouth. And I was still chewing like, man, I got a roll in my back pocket, but I'm here. But that is because it's motivation and it's accountability.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and because of that, my daughter I'll just say she lost like 55 pounds.
Oh, wow. That's
congratulations. And holding.
That's good.
And guess what? We done hit the button. She said, "Ooh, Dad, they ain't going to be ready for me." Her birthday in March. I was able to sustain instead of me going into the 220, 225, 228. When you get there, your breathing starts to change.
Right.
Maybe like you're breathing into the microphone.
Right.
Like you're breathing into the mic.
Yeah.
But I'm like closer to the 200 because I worked out with her. So I'm going to see if I can do a little better. But I'm glad you said that. So now you got to get around the right people.
Yeah. So what they're saying is to improve success. People are 10 times more likely to succeed when they Hold
on, we got to write this down. Uncle Bob, you got your pad on. Right. This is how we're going to succeed. I see a couple thousand people throwing, and Brian said tap out. So, Uncle Brian, you ain't even right. Write this down, Uncle Brian. Okay, how we going to take our success up, Damali?
Uncle Brian said he just stopped making resolutions. He said he just tried to do the best he can.
Oh, my Lord. He said just tap out.
Yeah. Okay, so number 1 is set specific measurable goals. So I'm going to lose 10 pounds, in 10 weeks or, whatever. Just a measurable goal, but it's specific, right? Number 2, share goals publicly or with a partner, which is what that's why I started doing my blood pressure and putting it on, posting it so that it gives you that accountability.
Let me ask you this. Is it tough once you post it on social media to stop? Because now you got people following you, people looking. I'm asking you because you'll do that. Well, or how do you manage it?
I think that sometimes I feel bad because I haven't posted.
Right.
Because I'll get busy or, if I don't do it by a certain time, then, my day gets started. And so then people are asking me like, "Hey, where's the post?" And I'm like, "Oh, sorry." I'm like, "Hey, well, why don't you just post your blood pressure and then I can just respond to your blood pressure." So
let me ask you your accountability. Are you going to be posting this year?
Yes, I actually started already. Okay. And so, but I just committed myself to doing it once a week instead of every day.
So once a week, y'all.
Yeah.
Damali's gonna post her blood pressure.
Yeah. And then now we can, we can just kind of work off of that post. But then number 2, they say track your progress weekly. I didn't even know that, but there you go.
Track your progress. Write it down.
Yeah.
Track your progress.
So get on the scale.
Okay.
Hey, Natasha said collard greens and yams sounds good, Charles.
Man, I know.
And Khalil, before we said that, Khalil said gotta write them down on pen and paper like Pops taught me. Okay.
Hey, I done something. See, that's a receipt.
Yeah, that's a receipt. That's a receipt.
Khalil, love you, man. Thanks for putting a receipt that
Okay, and then the 4th one they say is focus on 1 or 2 goals, not 5 or more. So, like what Matt did. She was just like, "Hey, I want to lose weight, and I'm going to lose
5 pounds
this."
a month.
Yeah.
She just and it added up to that.
Exactly.
5 pounds a month.
Yeah.
5 pounds.
5 pounds a month, and she just went on down the road that way. And I'll say this, and this is just whoever want to use it, including my own life. Everything I've written down since I was 19 is when I really started writing my vision and scriptures and stuff. Everything I've ever written down, I've accomplished. A lot of stuff that I thought about that I didn't write down, I'm still looking for.
But I would say to your point, I didn't. And so when Charles and I started working together, then he would tell me to write down my vision. I never really called it a vision. I would just write down things that I wanted to do. And then sometimes I would actually lose the paper that I wrote the stuff on. I'm because I always have a lot of papers around because I'm always writing something down.
Right.
I like pen and paper, and writing thoughts down. And so I might write in a notebook, and I might not find a notebook for 6 months. But to your point, everything that I wrote down in the notebook, when I find it again, then I'm like, check done, check done, check done. I'm able to check it off. So there's something to be said for writing it down and making it plain on paper.
Here's the thing. Go to companies that got a whiteboard, that get with their staff and get on the whiteboard and write out what they're going to do versus people that just talk and get up and leave. You'll see the difference.
Yeah.
Because we can sit and talk all day long. But when I leave out that door, by 2 days from now, I done forgot half of what we talked about.
Right.
But if you write it on the whiteboard, what the goal is and what we're doing and what we're accomplishing, and every time we come in, we look at it, we here, okay, we're doing this, are you doing that? It's going to make me think about it and make the adjustments that I need to. It don't mean it just will always come right then, but trust me, it's on the way.
So what they say here is most people don't fail their New Year's resolutions. They abandon it. The difference between success and failure is not discipline. It's strategy.
Writing it.
It's strategy.
I agree.
Now, let me say this too. Let me add this too. When I write my vision, and I look at it every morning. Right. So I don't write it and fold it up and put it away. Every day I look, because then when I get to my second quarter, if I didn't accomplish something that I was supposed to in my first quarter, then I can identify why. Am I with the wrong business partner? Do I need to find another one that this, and then I'll make an adjustment for the second quarter and be like, I really got to get this off the list. And I might get it in the second quarter. But it's cool because it's not like I lost it for 2 or 3 years and be like, man, I want to do this 10 years ago. It won't get that far down the road. All right, Damali, we got like 10 minutes. We'll go to the hot topics because we
we can.
All right, you hit one more as you get to hunt their hot topics together. So, Damali, what you gonna do to stick to your goals?
No, so I actually have started writing my vision. I now call it a vision. So I write my vision and then I actually read over it, and adjust, because sometimes you just need to make adjustments, so sometimes what you write on December 31st may not be what you need to do on March 1st. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe there's some type of adjustment that you need to make. But if it's about strategy. So if you know that, okay, this ain't going well, or this needs to, I need to adjust this right here, need to change this scripture or whatever it is, then you do that.
Okay, so I just see Damali. I approve of this message. Okay, hot topic.
Ladies and gentlemen, the all new KBOB.
Eli Grayson, also attitude.
Attitude is a good one.
Now it's time for
attitude's
the Hump
everything.
Day Hot Topics with Charles and Damali.
Hey, guess what day it is?
We got to get this in.
It's Hump Day! Hey, Mike.
It's the Hump Day Hot Topics on news you can use.
Mike.
Just like that.
All right.
That's been funny.
Yes. All right. So here in Tulsa, a lot of you guys are either from Tulsa or you follow Tulsa news. And so I wanted to talk about this just a little bit. And we really spent a lot of time on other stuff. So we're not going to be able to hit it as much as I wanted to. We're going to hit it on a high level.
Is it hot?
No, it's
really
hot.
It's
a hot topic.
Okay, y'all get ready.
It is a very hot topic.
Come on.
So I don't know how many of you are aware that there was a shooting in Minneapolis, Minnesota, by an ICE agent, and a lady was unalived.
Man.
And so that's kind of been disturbing news. And there's been some marches and protests in Minnesota. And, we've even reached out to a couple of our friends that live there, and they're like, man, it's wild out here. It's crazy because of all of that going down. Well, because of that, our mayor, Monroe Nichols, it disturbed him.
Right.
And so he did a post on January 9th, basically saying that he was disturbed, by, that happening. He was at a loss of words, that, he believes that a community needs to work together, and that those people responsible, that they have swift justice, and that they are held accountable for their actions.
That's good.
So it's basically in that vein.
So he kind of issued a little statement saying that he's aware of what's going on. Okay.
And our Tulsa County sheriff, I guess he took offense to that because he's in law enforcement.
Okay.
And so he took offense to it and decided that he wanted to issue a statement basically telling, our mayor that he needs to be careful about what he's saying, because he could incite folks to, rally against police or law enforcement, and that he needs to be accountable for his words and what he uses. And in my mind, I'm sitting up here like, first of all, anybody has the right to say whatever it is they want to say. We live in a country where we have free speech. So if you want to say whatever it is that you want to say, whether I agree or disagree, it's a non-factor. That is your opinion. However, when I went back and looked at the statement, because I'm comparing the two,
sure,
and I'm like, because did I miss something? I'm like, I thought what his statement was, a fair statement. I thought that it was something that he put thought into. And he even started it out by saying, the past couple of days, I've been at a loss of words regarding this incident.
Right.
So that means, to me, what that says is I'm thinking about it.
Right.
I'm not just going to throw something out here. I'm thinking about what my response is going to be. And so in my mind, I was just like, to me, it was a lot of audacity for you. First of all, this is our mayor. Even if you have an issue and you took issue with something that he said in the public, why wouldn't you go to him and say, hey, mayor, can I talk to you for a second? Because you're the Tulsa County Sheriff, and he's the mayor of Tulsa. So you are going to be able to get in, and get his ear. So why wouldn't you go to him and just say, hey, mayor, this is what I think about your comment. And, maybe you should do this or that, or maybe you should.
Suggestion.
Right. But why would you just go publicly and go rogue out here and just say this stuff, which then I think created division, in my opinion.
Uncle Bobby, what you think about it? What's your reaction to the mayor issuing a statement, but then a sheriff feeling like they can just say, basically,
I just think that the mayor made his statement.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they just they are fearful. I think it's fear. Mayor makes a statement. We got to be on guard, because it's fear. That's what it is. We're scared now. So I got to say this, and that's what I think, big dog say something and little puppy say, okay, big dog, that's what it is.
Man, I think, Damali, when you said the word audacity, that resonated with me real quick. It's one of those things where we all have been in a situation where something happens and nobody says nothing.
Right.
Exactly.
Nobody says nothing.
We've had a lot of incidents that happen in our community and nobody says
everybody
nothing.
know it's wrong.
Yeah, but you don't say anything.
But then nobody say nothing. Local, national, or international. And in my mind, I would thought it was good for a mayor to now, leadership at least think about what goes on when something like that happens. It's not
because
just
he's thinking about something that's going on outside of Tulsa.
Right.
And that he's concerned about.
Right. That could happen in Tulsa.
That could
It can happen anywhere because it's happening everywhere.
Exactly.
And I just, for me, that's what I love being on KBOB. Because when I look at the statement, I'm like, man, I'm a grown man.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Think about that, Uncle Bobby. You just say your statement is pretty fair, and then somebody gonna try to tell you what to say. The beauty of being able to say what you want to say your own way. Tell your story.
Tell your stories our way.
Makes a huge difference because when you're dealing with politics, and to me, it started making it feel like you on this political lens. Like it's this group against that group, this what you say.
Right.
And here's the ticket, Damali, that I've understood about Tulsa. I've been for 25 years. Everything is the long game.
Oh,
so to say something and plant something, I'm not just looking at what you said today.
Right.
I'm looking at what it's going to mean tomorrow.
Because
you're dealing with law enforcement.
That's right.
Versus somebody, probably be running for mayor again. So for me, I'm always looking at the long game. So let me ease a little something in to put a little wham. We call it in Arkansas, put a little wham in the game.
A wham in the game.
That's a little wham in the game. And now we are we still friends? I don't know, Damali. Because you do a shot like that based on me saying that's the fun. Uncle Bobby, if I do something, I know you're going to call me because he will. Uncle Bobby will call you.
You know I'm going to call
you. The president of the Light Skin Coalition. with the green eyes. Let me talk to you, Charles. We sit and talk, and then we're gonna be at the ribbon cutting ceremony together.
Right,
You know,
right.
me and Uncle Bobby on different page. I call Uncle Bobby. Uncle Bobby, I honor and I appreciate you first, but we just do that,
right?
And we keep going.
We make
But
it
I
happen.
think it's a respect thing too. Because
you must respect.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
to me, I respect the mayor enough that I'm going to call you and say, hey. And our mayor is so approachable.
oh, he
is so approachable. And so to me, I just think, but I wanted to read a couple of points out of this message. One, Christy Williams, and everybody knows she is the founder of Black History Saturdays.
Right.
But she
Yeah,
actually,
Christy.
it bothered her to the point that she did a Facebook post. And I just wanted to read some of what she said.
What did Christy say?
Yeah. So Christy said, I just had to get this off my chest. Tulsa has never been forced to face its racial violence. Not the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre, not the terror, not the theft, not the political and social chokehold that followed. And when the city is never held accountable, it grows bolder and bolder. That's why you have the sheriff who feels entitled to chin check its first Black mayor when he refuses to whisper about injustice. Now, all that the MAGA people behind the keyboard have got all gang. Let's tell the truth without code switching. Take notes if you have to. Tulsa is a city where we sneak around the word reparations like it's profanity.
Oh, yeah.
Where affirmative action is banned, but white advantage is treated like tradition. Where Black history is still restricted in public schools because truth is dangerous when power is built on silence. Where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard street sign was stopped at Archer in 2012, and in 2026, it still doesn't move past Archer. And if all of this isn't an accident, it was a chin check.
Man.
And there's more that she says.
Let me go to the live real quick. We got somebody coming live out of art. Well, Uncle Brian said the mayor is not a child. Mm-hmm. Maybe we need to check the sheriff's green card.
Oh.
Troll. I'm just reading the live, y'all.
Ouch.
Arkansas, Bo Pete. Now nobody not gonna mess with Bo Pete. He just said Trump say anything he wants.
That part.
True or false.
That part.
Without no backlash from nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Did you see him giving the finger
anything
on TV?
Oh my God.
Somebody hollered out something. He was walking and he gave him the
flipped
finger.
him off. Oh my gosh.
But the thing about it, he can say whatever he want, but guess what? You won't see the sheriff or nobody has nothing to say about any of those things.
Well, and this is what I'm saying. We had a whole insurrection. I ain't heard the sheriff say nothing.
Ain't got nothing to say. That's why I say things happen a lot of times and then nobody says nothing when us as constituents or people that vote are sitting back like, is somebody gonna say something about something?
Right. Because
leadership needs to say something so we know we all right. Mm-hmm. But anyway, we can't harp on that all day. But I was just gonna say our mayor is extremely intelligent.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's the bomb and approachable.
Yeah, and he's intentional about what he say, and I feel like what he said was just a fair statement.
Right.
And I feel like the sheriff, if he did have an issue, he should have called that man.
Exactly. And spoke to that man.
And spoke to him
directly
because you want to show unity. Mm-hmm. And you wonder why you may not have unity is when you do little stuff like this. Mm-hmm. That was a jab.
That was a jab.
Because like you said, that's a chin check.
Uh-huh.
Because you the mayor. Think about it. He's not Charles Harper. Right. He's not Bobby Eden. No. Not the world famous producer Stephen Keys. Right. He's the mayor.
Yeah.
And you can't say nothing. That's heavy right there, Uncle. But you the mayor of Tulsa, a strong mayor.
The mayor.
And somebody telling you what? Okay.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Good job, Damali. That's hotter than hot. We couldn't do nothing with us. That's the hottest it could get.
Yes. Absolutely. So, where are we now? Oh, Black History Trivia. We back up to the Black History.
Here we go.
So here we go. Black History Trivia. Which Black physician became the first Black U.S. Surgeon General? Was it A, Dr. Jocelyn Elders? Was it B, Dr. Antonia Novella? Was it C, Dr. David Satcher? Or was it D, Dr. Lewis Wade Sullivan? Now, everybody said A. I think other than Uncle Bobby, he said D. So we'll give you guys a couple seconds to
we got to go to it.
We got to go on ahead and go to it. Okay, well, nobody got it right. It was C. Dr. David Satcher.
Okay.
They say when you don't know, when you in doubt,
you don't know.
Yeah.
It was C.
David Satcher is an American physician and public health administrator. He was a 4-star admiral in the U.S. Public Health Service Commission Corps and served as the 11th Assistant Secretary for Health and the 16th Surgeon General for the United States. So this week's banned book is going to be The Long Way Down by Arthur Jason Reynolds. It's a critically acclaimed, it's about a critically acclaimed young adult novel in verse about a 15-year-old boy, Will, who seeks revenge for his brother's murder by following the rules, not crying, not snitching, and kill the killer. The story takes place in the 60 seconds it takes for him to ride an elevator down from the 8th floor apartment where he encounters ghosts of people who were lost to gun violence and forcing him to question his mission and the cycle of revenge.
Hold on. You said he was seeing ghosts.
Right. So he was in the elevator on his way down thinking about he's going to go kill the person who killed his brother. And so these ghosts come up from gun violence saying, man, you don't want to do that. So it's that type of, you know how,
I got you.
Yeah, it's that type of movie.
I just when you got ghosts, I got scared. I'm like, it's not even October yet. It's not even Halloween yet. We talking about the ghosts. It's just January, but
yeah. So it makes you focus on grief, violence, and the choices that young people face.
Got it.
Yes.
All right. Well, our producer's gonna give us a little music. Get your pen and pad out because people be
we
saying
got a lot
there's nothing going on in the city,
events.
and it's a lot going on. Uncle Bob, a couple
lot.
things we do, but it's a lot going on in the city, and you can't miss none of it.
Yes.
Let's get upcoming.
Okay,
events.
so first thing, Soul of Sunday happens every single Sunday with Corey D from 1 o'clock p.m. until 3 o'clock p.m. on nycu.fm or on Facebook at nycu.fm and Corey D. Taylor.
Yep.
Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated celebrates Founders Day on January the 16th. Happy Founders Day to all of my sorors.
Done turned up and all my sorority sisters. Look out for that blue and white, the train, the plane. I done seen motorcycles.
Yes.
I done seen yachts.
We coming.
Y'all coming.
We coming.
They coming, y'all.
All right. MLK Community Worship Service is going to be happening on January the 18th at 4 o'clock p.m. at First Baptist Church. The guest speaker is going to be Dr. A. Byron Coleman from Oklahoma City.
Awesome.
The MLK Day Parade happens January the 19th. That's going to be on Monday at 11 o'clock a.m. It starts at MLK Boulevard and John Hope Franklin Boulevard. The theme this year, New Day, Same Dream.
Damali and I have been summoned to the front of the parade this year, so we're going to be live, lit, and on location. We're going to be lit with water, with H2O. The regular stuff, y'all, but we're going to be at the front. We're going to try to get some snippets from the mayor and the other leaders, and we're going to walk at the front this year, and then maybe catch up with our sororities, catch up with KBOB, catch up with Creek Nation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They
Foundation.
Yeah. They're going to have
Monday.
Yeah.
It's going to be warm, Uncle Bob. It's supposed to be like 50.
I pray that the weather is like it was yesterday.
If it's like that, we're going to have a good time. So
yes.
Either way it goes, it's going to be a better day on Monday. So MLK, we normally have, when it crazy, weather not crazy, like one of the largest in the country, if not the largest. So let's pull up Tulsa and surrounding areas.
All right. Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, the Phi Beta Zeta chapter is taking applications for the Leslie Heights Toure Educational Scholarship. They're going to be awarding a $1,000 scholarship to a qualified graduating female high school senior from the Tulsa metropolitan area. If you are looking for a scholarship, you can go to z5btulsa.org/scholarship. The deadline to apply is January the 31st, 2026.
Let's do it.
All right. There's a new morning show coming to the airwaves. It's called The Community Wake Up with Charles and Damali, starting February the 2nd from 7 o'clock a.m. until 9 o'clock a.m. Monday through Friday. It's going to be on nycu.fm and KBOB 89.9 FM.
It's about to be crazy. You ready for that?
Every
day?
I don't know.
You better be ready.
I don't know.
You better act like you're ready because people
I'm be ready. I'm be fired up though.
Better get up and get in there.
I be up, but I be in my pajamas doing work on my computer.
I'm gonna do 100 push-ups. 100 push-ups and then head to the show.
Okay.
Because if I look swollen in the chest area, it's just I'm just trying to wake up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wake up with that. I'm doing 100 push-ups and I'm on my way.
I'm gonna be already up.
What I love about it, we're gonna be on KBOB and NYC.FM, but every day we live. Not pre-recorded, not none of that. We're gonna be live in studio. Leaders that got stuff going on, but it's breaking news overnight. We're gonna be talking about all of that. So some of the sponsors and donors that want to get with us, you better get with us with KBOB and NYC.FM. We're gonna bring it up for 2026.
That's right.
February the 2nd.
February 2nd.
It's going to be the kickoff.
It's going down.
We need to wake up. Yeah.
All right.
Let's
Let's
go.
see. The 13th annual Black Wall Street Heritage and History Festival is happening on February the 7th from 11 o'clock a.m. until 6 o'clock p.m. at the 36th Street North Event Center, located at 1125 East 36th Street North. The theme, Black Thoughts Matter.
Just like
I love that. With special guest speaker Koresh Ali Lanzana. For vendor information, contact Billy Parker at 918-770-6020. Also, the Silver Leaf Court number 31 presents a musical journey through Black history. It's February the 7th, 2026 at 11 o'clock a.m. luncheon at Paradise Baptist Church located at 507 East King Street. There's a $25 donation. For tickets, you can call Miss Stutz at 918-607-5994.
Yes, that's barbecue.
Yes.
Give me a rib.
Yeah, they ain't saying nothing about no ribs.
Oh,
now.
okay. You said Stutz, I didn't. Go
Right. All right. Here is another scholarship opportunity. There's over $770,000 available for scholarships for Oklahoma students. These scholarships are open to grades 9 through 12. It tests your knowledge of Oklahoma history and geography. To register, you need to register by February 27th, and you can apply at OklahomaHof.com. That's OKLAHOMAHOF.com.
I see where you're going, Damali.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something. Damali trying to get these kids scholarships.
I need these kids to go to
So
school.
many people not going to school because guess what, Uncle Bobby? We went to college. You went to college.
Went
I
to
went
college.
Yeah, we went to school.
A lot of people don't go because
That
they don't
was
get
the
the
goal.
money.
They don't have the
These
money.
are opportunities where you ain't gonna have all the crazy stuff going on to get the money you need to go to college.
Mhm.
So write this stuff down.
Yes, get this money and share this information,
Right.
because if you don't need it, maybe somebody else does, a niece or a nephew or something.
Somebody.
EduRec is having its 13th annual spring break camp starting March 16th through 20th. There's going to be STEM, introduction to woodworking, Black history, and more. It's going to be from 9 o'clock a.m. until 4 o'clock p.m. Monday through Friday. To sign up, go to edurectulsa.com/camps and complete the registration form.
And we're pulling up on KBOB too with the juice.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Juice
So young
Radio.
people want to get on the radio a little bit. We'll put some
Mhm.
segments in
They
there.
need to come on 9
Yeah.
through 12th grade.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Come on, get with it.
Mhm.
could be the next Damali or Uncle Bobby or me
Mhm,
on the
mhm.
radio.
The cost is going to be $60 for the week, which includes breakfast, lunch, snacks, and activities. The Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity
All
is
right.
awarding 2 $1,000 scholarships.
More money.
Application deadline is March 31st, 2026. You can go to bit.ly/4QECPIS.
Man, I'm applying for all these scholarships. Uncle
Yeah,
Bobby.
right.
I done been to college and was falling short and got one of them $500 scholarships,
Baby,
$1,000. Boy,
thought you hit the
that's
lottery.
real money.
Yes.
I'm like, if I be turned up, immediately go get me a turtleneck with a hat.
You know, and I want to give a shout out to the Divine Nine because they doing the thing.
They showing
I'm
up.
just
They
going to tell
showing
you.
up.
All right, so Delta
Divine
Sigma
Nine.
Theta Sorority, they're offering a scholarship as well.
Yeah.
You can go to DSTTulsaAlumni.org for scholarship application. The deadline is April the 10th.
More money.
More money. All right, and don't forget the Black Wall Street Rally 2026 dates are May 14 through 16. So if you are coming to Tulsa, home of Black Wall Street, to celebrate on 2 wheels,
Just
then you
like
need
that.
to make sure you get your hotel like yesterday,
Right.
because you're going to be staying in Oklahoma City and having to drive down the turnpike. I'm just telling you.
Right. Then we got the information because I'm actually all these things going on the 7th, but I'm gonna be in Arkansas.
Absolutely. Do you have your announcement?
I sent it to you.
You sent it to me? Let me see.
We're gonna grab this real quick, y'all,
Yeah.
because I'm taking it for my Arkansas family. There's a lot of them on bringing some to the crib. Speaking of the event, I'm excited about it, hyped up about
No,
it.
you didn't send
And
it
we're
to
gonna
me.
post it and we're gonna run with it. I can find it right here.
Yeah, you just find it right.
You go ahead and
real
go to the
quick.
birthdays. and I'll
Okay,
come
so
back
we'll
to
go
it.
ahead and hit the birthdays and we'll come back to Charles' speaking engagement. So birthdays, January the 15th, Miss Anna Marie Baker out
Hey.
of Dallas, Texas.
Come on.
It is her birthday. She is actually going to be working with us, helping us. She's her company does civil engineering. So we told you guys that we got a development project that's coming up and she's going to be working with us. So happy birthday, Anna Marie, early. Okay.
Right.
January the 18th, my classmate Steve Merle, he has a birthday, and a Black business owner right here in Tulsa. And then on January the 19th, Dr. Purdue's better half, Jolie Purdue,
The one and
celebrates
only.
her birthday.
Just like that. Happy
Okay.
birthday.
And here we go. On February the 7th, Charles is going to be the guest speaker honoring men of distinction.
Go, Charles. Go.
And this is going to be...
it's going to be KBOB,
Go,
NYC.FM, Black Wall Street, Greenwood, taking it back to the crib.
That part. So this is going to be in Little Rock. Is it in Little Rock?
We'll get the address.
Yes. So this, but anyway, it's going to be in Arkansas, and Charles is going to be speaking. So we're excited about that.
We're going to get the flyer.
Recognized.
So hold that date.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
No, I got to make sure it's there.
Yeah.
I see Little Rock on here, but I'm not sure if it's going to be in Little Rock.
Okay.
So I'll get the rest of the information. So just hold the date on February 2nd. I will be down.
February 7th.
In my hometown, February 7th.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to get you all the information that you need.
But it's exciting that, to be able to go back and give back.
Right.
And that's something that we're very proud of. We have had many opportunities where we're able to do that. So just to be able to go and share, it's going to be amazing.
You got to go cover it. Will you come cover it?
I will come and cover
Damali coming to for the first time? No, just
don't do that. Don't do me like that.
Damali said she might come down for the first time. Down, bring some lights, camera, and all that.
Yeah, I will bring the lights, camera. Yeah.
But shout out to my cousin, love her dearly, Miss Pearlie Newton. She's on the live.
She's on the live. Yeah.
And she put an amen to the comments. She's watching right now. My counselor in school, Charles, you need to go to college. And I was like, Auntie, I'm gonna give it a try. But I did graduate with honors.
That part.
I graduated from honors. I'm trying to do what I got to do. But I feel honored and privileged to go to speak at this Black History event.
Yes.
And because it's for a good cause.
You deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to go down.
Men of distinction. I love that.
And look, Damali said she coming. So
you got something to say.
I got a little something to say, Uncle Bobby.
Yes.
I got a little something to say.
Yes, that is awesome. Okay, so don't forget, you can hit us up on any of our social media platforms. That's World One Development, 36th Street North Event Center, Edgerake Youth and Family Fun Center, Fitting Back in Prison Reentry, or NYCU.FM, where we played today's R&B and throwback hits.
Thank you to our special guest, Mr. Bobby Eaton, on his own show.
Pearlie said it's Camden, Arkansas. It's the place where the program's going to be.
Camden, Arkansas. I went to school in Camden, Arkansas for 3 years. I think 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going back to where it came from. I'm going right back down there to Camden.
Yeah.
Arkansas. Some of y'all Tulsans, y'all can come down.
Yes. Yeah.
If you're in the surrounding area.
We're going to get y'all all the information. Next week we'll have it. So.
Everything.
Yeah.
That you need. Uncle Bobby, our co-host of your own radio show. That's funny to say it like he on KBOB. And he the co-host of a show on his own
It feels funny sitting over here.
Well, we did good filling in for Dr. Purdue. I think we did good.
Yeah.
Team effort.
Yeah. All right, we got to get ready to go.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
That part.
Stevie Keys, the producer of the year for 2025 into 2026. We appreciate him keeping the beats going.
He's back over there.
He's back in the spot. And he got his braids as fresh with the lineup because he's at barber school. Shout out to Tulsa Tech and my boy Chuck over there. But to research on the show for advertising, hosting, marketing, promos, community engagement, or to appear live on our show, just go to nycu.fm, fill out that form, and we will get with you. Please subscribe to the station, and you will get the latest and the greatest. This has been news you can use. I'm one of your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper.
And I'm Damali Wilson.
And Bobby was here today. But we're going to see y'all next time from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock p.m. Love y'all.
Peace out. See y'all later.